Good evening, I'm Sean Green with the Cbc Sports. West Indies women cricketers have received a pay increase. In an agreement between the WICB and the West Indies Players Association, effective October 1st, female cricketers on a retainer from the West Indies Cricket Board will see an increase in their annual retainer fees, sponsorship payments, match fees and captain's allowances. The estimated increase will cost the WICB just under US $600,000 for the upcoming year. The number of women on the retainer will also move from 11 to 15, while the new compensation package will also benefit an unlimited number of non-retained players. Now, the West Indies women are now in camp for a home series against England to be contested between October 8th and 19th at the Trinali Multiplex and Sabina Park in Jamaica. Now, a win in this series for the West Indies women could seal a spot in the World Cup. That's in the UK in June next year. The West Indies are in second place with 20 points behind Australia. England are currently in third place. West Indies Test skipper Jason Holder has been advised to bowl quicker if he wants to improve his contributions to the regional side. Now, that's the view of former West Indies pacer Richard Prof Edwards as he was speaking on QFM's Mid-Wicket last night. Now, recently in the media, it was reported that the West Indies Cricket Board had cautioned Holder that he may lose the captaincy if his figures don't improve. Prof, who, like Holder, is a member of the Wanderers Cricket Club, pointed out batting and bowling strategies that the Windies skipper should apply to his game.
Jason Holder, as an all-rounder, made a test century already as well, can get 60s and so on. He has to also, I think, look at it when he's going to bat, play it. He's going to try to make sure every time he plays, he's batting lower down, 7, maybe 6, 7, maybe 8 sometimes, not to get out. He has to let his batting develop. His bowling needs to develop a little more as well. He has to bowl faster. His action needs a little tinkering with to make him change a bit, to bowl a little fast. He's 6'7", he's an athletic young fella. He got to be able to bowl a little faster. If not, you got to be doing more with the ball. To get that, there's 2 ways you get a ball to swing, with the ball coming out from your wrist position and your body action. His left leg collapses very badly at point of delivery. He loses power in his action. His gather at the point of delivery needs to be corrected. These are things that coaches should be able to see, and you work on them gradually, bit by bit.
Well, Prof was a guest on Mid-Wicket along with a fellow Wanderers club member and a former Barbados player, Stephen Farmer. Now, both Wanderers stalwarts were honored by their club recently when the 2 bowling ends at the Delras Road ground were named after them. The southern end after Edwards and the north after Farmer. Now, speaking of Farmer, he suggested that the WICB needs to find an alternative to the English county season. Well, he noted that back in the day when several regional cricketers played in the longer English season, the improvements were clearly seen.
If you recall, and I'm not saying English county cricket was that fantastic, but it certainly was a home where you could hone your skills every day because you're playing 5-6 days a week. I defy anybody with potential to go into that environment, playing cricket on different wickets every single week and not get better. When we couldn't go to England or we weren't being invited, I don't know all the reasons for it, but we just weren't going there. What else was in place then to put in place for that? Nothing. And you look to see now fellas are developing as top batsmen when they get to 26 and 27. I remember playing against Malcolm Marshall and Desmond Haynes and those guys before they went to England. And yes, you could see the potential. But after 2 short years, it was totally different.
Well, yesterday he started with the ball, and today he was the most impressive with the bat, as all-rounder Rakeem Cornwall top scored for the Maroon 11 in the WICB 2-day pre-match warm-up match. This was at the Windward. Now, the Blue 11 made 228 on day 1. Then Cornwall's 69 was the highlight of his team's response as they reached 91 for 4 at lunch. Now it's all in preparing the West Indies Test team for the upcoming tour of the UAE to take on Pakistan, and also for the A-Team's tour to Sri Lanka. Now let's take a look at the post-lunch session. Shimron Hetmeyer resuming on 41 after lunch, hitting Jamal Warwick straight to Keon Joseph. The score now 91 for 4. Raheem Cornwall showing little respect to this pitched up delivery on the legs from Kemar Roach. Menon chases it down, but he's running in vain. That's the first 4 after the break. Then another one on the pass, whipped away. This time with more authority through the onside for 4 more convincing runs. Roach straying down the leg side and tickled fine by Cal Hope to get his account going. Nice shot, camera guy. Cornwall timing this one well over the fielder at short cover and to the left of long off Warwick. That's 4 more. Keon Joseph, the Guyanese pacer, started a bit sporadic, spraying away this no ball down to fine leg for a boundary. He was then worked away stiffly through the mid-wicket area of the very next ball for another 4. Kishandath Magram was introduced and Hope had something for the Trini leggy, getting on the back foot and pulling too long on. Next ball, Hope drives square through point, and this fielder chases. Will he get it? Will he get it? No, he won't. That's 4. Joseph switched ends to find some better luck, sprinting into Hope, and it's cracked away off the back foot through backward point. Beautiful shot between these two. 4 more. Hope now facing Magram now, and he swings that one away. That's a 6. That took him to 38 and the score to 152 for 4. Magram short again and it's pulled away. No one is stopping that. And you just can't bowl that to Cull. He punished you every time. Cornwall's turn to punish Magram. Down on one leg and swinging over long on for 6. The big man goes big. Hope too enjoying this spell of bowling. Carving Joseph to the point boundary once more to move to 48. But he would add just 1 more before he was dismissed. And the score at T, 179 for 5. The Maroon team ended on 294 for 6 with Jesse Boutin smashing a last grass 58 from just 27 balls. Now that match ended in a draw. Kamal Eversley and his Daihatsu Charmart were the fastest through the obstacles at the Barbados Auto Racing League's Wheels and Heels at the Worldly Gymnasium. Eversley topped the field of 25 cars. A mere 37 split seconds separated the 3 who finished on the podium. Here's Shane Seeley.
Picking up the action in the Dexterity Course 3, David King in his Datsun 120J with bronchitis, sneezing, all the power to the rear, a little broad at first, but then stepping it up a notch, hugging the cans like a teddy bear, doing like his alias, the Italian Job. But he was slapped with a penalty on the course. His total time would be 167.87 seconds. Good enough for 21st. But the crowd loved it. Fabian Clark now of BD1 Nation, a drift kid, just missing out of the top 10 in a time of 93.69 seconds in this extended version Toyota Cressida 1JZ engine under the hood, 280 horses, great control, sounds good as well, good for 11th.
Mr. Weaver smile!
Up comes Ramon Blackett in number 22, also not placing in the top 3, but here the skyline. A Nissan with the bird flu, another crowd pleaser, Big Blue with the big sneeze. He placed 9th with a time of 92.60 seconds over 2 courses. But now it's time for the big boys. Robert Bobby Daniel of Drift Missiles in the turbocharged Charmant. A mean green machine. Daniel playing no games today, wasting no time on the course. Had the crowd rocking with this performance. Good enough for 3rd in a time of 86.66 seconds over 2 courses. Just mere split seconds would separate the top three. In second place now was the Nissan Skyline GTR, driven by Marlon Bell, aka Mr. Aggressive. A ton of power to the rear, Bell making Godzilla bark. An easy Sunday morning stroll around the cans for this monster. Style, swag, slam dunk. His time, 86.59 over 2 courses, earns him the silver. However, the champ on the day would be number 13, Kamal Eversley, doing a victory lap here. You don't have to be perfect when you have the competition all wrapped up, winning in a time of 86.29 seconds in the Daihatsu Charmant. The Charmants representing at Wheels and Heels 2016. Shane Seeley, CBC Sports.
And that's it for sports. Lisa returns with the business news.
Countdown to 50.
Hi, my name is Marcia Trotman. I work at the